How to make an easy and efficient basalt farm in Minecraft. These are the resources you will need for this farm. So anyways, let's get into it. Now before we start building this farm, some things to know is that you can choose to build this either in the overworld or in the nether. Now building it in the nether will make the farm a bit better because lava flows quicker there. However, the farm would still work wonderfully even if you build it in the overworld. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna build this in the overworld. So anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so the first step to this farm is to place about 5 double chests right next to each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then behind these double chests from the front, or I guess you can also say the side, and then place 5 hoppers going into the double chests. So 2, 3, 4 and 5. So then once you've done that, what you will have to do now is place yourself a row of temporary blocks all above these hoppers, with then another line of hoppers going into these temporary blocks from the back. Then head to each side of what you have built so far and then place yourself out 2 blocks pretty much right next to the hopper and the temporary block line we built right here. And do that on both sides. So anyways, once you've done that, what you will have to do now is simply head in front right here and then break out one of these blocks at a time. And after you've broken one of the blocks, place yourself out a railing on top of one of these hoppers with then a hopper minecart on top of the railing. And then once you place out this hopper minecart, you will have to crouch and then break out this railing. Then break the second block and do the same thing, replace it with a railing, hopper minecart on top of the railing, then destroy that railing. And boom, once you've done that, you should now have a total of 5 minecarts, and 1 minecart should be above each hopper. Then once you've done this, head back to the back of the farm and then build yourself another row of hoppers going into these hoppers right here from above. Simply just stand on top of the hoppers, crouch and then place a hopper going into the first hoppers. Pretty much like this. So now you should have 5 hoppers looking into these 5 hoppers that are then looking into these hopper minecarts. Then after you place out these hoppers, head back to the front of the farm and then place yourself out 5 soil above each of these hopper minecarts. So what you can do is stand on top of the chests, crouch and then place yourself a soil in front of each of these top hoppers. So anyways, what you will have to do now is go to the right side of what you have built so far and then expand the blocks we have right here by 3 more blocks going upwards. So anyways, 1, 2, 3. Then going out from the top block right here, build yourself 5 blue eyes going towards the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you should have right now is a 1 block gap between the soul sand and the blue eyes. Then head to the other side right here and then place yourself out 3 more blocks going upwards right here. That way we have total 5 blocks, but then destroy the second block you placed as in the middle block right here. Then once you've done this, expand the 5 block taller block lines we have right here by 1 more block going towards you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then after you've done that, you will also have to place yourself a slab on the upper half of this block right here. And this is pretty much going to be the second block you place right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these slabs are pretty much right here to prevent anything from accidentally pushing out the minecarts, as keeping these slabs right here will allow you to open these chests while also keeping the minecarts in place. Then place yourself a row of solid blocks in front of the blue eyes and then expand this row by 1 more block going downwards, pretty much like this. So now you should have something that looks like this. Then head to the back of what we have built so far, and what you will have to do now is build yourself a wall that's 1 block up and all around these hoppers right here. So first you build yourself 2 blocks going out from this block right here, rotate yourself and build yourself 5 more blocks right here. So these blocks should pretty much be 1 block behind and up from these hoppers. Then expand this by 1 more block going outwards and then build it 1 more block to the right. So what you should have now is something like this. Then once I've done that, what you will have to do now is place yourself a lava source above this middle hopper. And what should happen now is that once the lava is flowing towards soil, it would create a level of basalt right here. So anyways, what you will have to do now is head back to this side and you will actually have to break this block 1 more down. That way we can stand inside here and obviously break the basalt. And you will of course also need the way of getting into this room. So what you will have to do is place yourself a block right here, or you can for example place 2 staircases, and that way you can stand inside here and break all basalt. Now in addition to that, we now just have 1 more step until the farm is done, and that is to place yourself out 3 blocks going down right here. That way you can stand inside here safely, but this will of course also help prevent items accidentally glitching out to the side. Then you will of course have to do the same on the other side. Alright guys, so once you've done that step, the farm is now done and ready to be used. Now one brief thing I want to mention is that this farm works very quickly and you will get so much basalt that if you have a pickaxe without unbreaking, the pickaxe will break pretty quickly. So for this farm I would highly recommend you have a good pickaxe with efficiency 5 and of course unbreaking. And for maximum efficiency in this farm I would also recommend you have a haste 2 beacon nearby. But anyways, what I can do now is head into survival, stand right here, and I can just now start breaking the blocks, and they will obviously be replaced as I'm breaking them, similar to a stone generator. And any blocks I break will of course end up inside these chests, as you can see. Now as you can see, based on my effect right here, I now have haste, so let's just stand right here and mine. As you can see, I am mining these blocks pretty quickly, and I'm even mining them before you can really see them spawning, because this farm is working so insanely quickly. Now as you can see, sometimes it takes a little second after you've broken all the blocks before new blocks are spawned. So what I would recommend you do is obviously build this in the nether, because if you build this in the nether, then lava will flow a lot quicker, meaning basalt will be generated a lot quicker. However, even if you build this in the overworld, you will still end up getting a lot of basalt. So in just a few seconds we were standing there using the farm, we got ourselves a total of almost 2.5 stacks of basalt. And I mean, that is pretty good. Alright guys, as you can see, I've just copied this farm to the nether. We have nothing in the chests, and let me briefly show you how good this farm is. So in the overworld the farm was pretty good, but in the nether it's even better. So if I now just stand right here while I'm talking, you can see I'm breaking the basalt pretty quickly, and it's pretty much being respawned instantly, and we're getting a ton of basalt. It's been a few seconds, basalt regenerates pretty quickly. Let's check the chests. We have pretty much 2 stacks just from those few seconds. And I just want to briefly mention something. I ran a lot of tests on how good this farm is, and when I used the farm in the nether, I ended up getting an average of around 700 basalt every minute. And that means that if I were to use that farm for an hour, I would end up getting 42,000 basalt. And that equals to about 656 stacks, which is of course a lot of basalt. So anyways guys, that is it for this one, and that is how to make a very efficient and pretty easy basalt farm in Minecraft. So yeah, anyways, that is it for this one. So yeah, thanks for watching and hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about how this farm works or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below and I'll try to answer your questions as quickly as possible. So anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.